Welcome everyone to the female bodybuilding channel. Mimi, Solange, how are you?
I am very good, and how are you doing? Long time.
Only thing, I'm a little bit sad because JB had to work, so he couldn't come on today. So it's just you and me, but we will manage. So
I know.
you just arrived at Pittsburgh, correct?
That's right. We just landed. The first part of the flight, was a little delayed, but we made it. They got us into the next connecting flight, so that was good.
Where did you fly from?
Fort Myers, Florida.
How long is the trip?
Because we had to stop in Atlanta, it was about 4 hours, but a straight flight is about 2.5 hours.
Pittsburgh Pro, one of the most prestigious women's physique shows. It made its debut last year, correct?
That's right. The debut was the Atlantic Coast.
No.
Then,
the debut of Pittsburgh Pro.
Yes, for women's physique was last year. Yes, correct.
So, first of all, you're coming in from for people at home. You turned pro when?
2020.
How many shows did you do to turn pro?
I did about 3 because the first 2 were figure, and I could only do like the North American because I was not a citizen. So I did 2 figure shows. Then the last one I did was women's physique. I was just going to try, and that's when I turned pro.
So you turned pro in your first ever women's physique show, correct?
Correct.
And 2 years later, you placed where at your first Olympia?
Top 10.
Yes. Huh? It's incredible, isn't it?
I know. I mean, it's still surreal. Like, I went into the Olympia thinking like, I will be happy if I placed top 15. And when I got the text top 10, I almost jumped off the bed. I was like, oh my gosh, I made it.
So when you were at the Olympia, you placed top 10, were you feeling, I have arrived, I was happy, or I want to go higher, or what was your motivation after the Olympia, or your mindset?
At that level, when I got home, I said I could have been better. I was a little bit disappointed with the package that I brought on stage, to tell you the truth. Sometimes we get in our own heads and then you don't really listen to what your coach is saying. If I had followed to the T, I think I would have done better. So
what did you do? What could you have been better? Was it the conditioning? Was it the fullness? Was it the presentation? What do you believe could have been done better?
I believe fullness and maybe a little bit of the conditioning. And I work nights, and that can kind of hurt you. So and sometimes I'm very stubborn and I don't listen. And I mean, I learned from the Olympia, but when I looked at the videos, and because it was such a big show, they had to bring the time down for the presentation, and I think that's also one thing that kind of threw me off. So you're nervous, you have like all these eyes on you, and then you're like, oh my gosh, pressure, don't mess up. And I was kind of like rushing through, the poses. I could have like taken my time a little bit and showcase and display my physique better. So that's something, I'm still learning, and that has improved this season.
The biggest problem with this women's physique Olympia, you know what it was?
We did not see the final routine.
We did not see your routine. It was a disaster. We didn't see your routine.
I was like, we made top 10. Yes, I'm gonna have to perform my routine, and then backstage they say only the top 5.
What was your reaction then?
I was disappointed, to tell you the truth. I was like, wow, I made it all the way here, and now I won't even get to like show my routine. But I say, oh well, at least I made top 10. There's always next time. So, but I've saved the routine for you'll see it soon.
Pittsburgh Pro, first of all, what improvements, because you were top 10 at the Olympia, what improvements do you know for sure you have made from November? And we're bigger. Is this correct? Oh yeah, the glutes, we can see it through the pants now. There you go. You added size, huh?
Yes, we added the size and we added, the conditioning, and the muscles are staying full.
Yes.
Because with me, when I diet down, I get very shredded and lean, and I lose the size. So this time he fed me bunch. I mean, I hated to eat, but I had to. And I'm glad I followed. I didn't give a pushback, and I'm like, I've been there. I know what it is. I could have done better. I'm aiming to do better. So going full on.
So this time you followed the plan to a T, correct?
Yes. And to tell you the truth, when people talk about cheat meal, refeed meal after the Olympia, I said I am not having one until I'm where I want to be. So if you ask me if I've had a cheat meal, I have.
Wait. So after the Olympia, you didn't have a couple of weeks where you ate what you wanted?
Maybe the week after, but after that, I say, okay, January 1st came, and then I was like, that's it, game on. Because once working in a hospital at night can be very daunting, to your diet, because once you start going off your, you just go off track. So for me to stay, in the right mindset, I just have to eliminate everything and just not even look at it.
So some people have their refeeds once every 2 weeks, and after they lost some, they have their cheat day. Well, cheat 1,500 calorie meal. You know what I mean? You have none of them.
No, I mean the amount of food he was giving me was kind of refeed meals, because for me, I'm a small person. For me to be eating that much food, sometimes I'll be eating a cup and a half of rice, a meal, and I'm like, that's a lot of food. And 6 to 8 ounces of protein, and I'm like, that's a lot of food for a tiny person like me. So I was always full, and I didn't feel like I need, to have a refeed meal.
How much do you weigh around right now?
And to tell you the truth, I haven't weighed myself, but I will. I know.
How much did you weigh at the Olympia?
At the Olympia, I was about mid 140.
Mid 145 pounds?
Yes.
But that's not so low though.
Yes.
It's not so low for women's physique.
I know it's not, but he wanted me to be about 150-ish maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you added some size, but is the conditioning even better than at the Olympia? Do you know that?
For fact, I can tell you that the lines are deeper. Yes.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh Pro, the female bodybuilding channel, we knew you were doing it. We saw Emily was coming back. We haven't seen her in a while. People were excited. We know Collie Amandine has great potential, but we were like, Mimi is the clear favorite. We posted a picture. I texted you. You said yes. Popped the champagne. And then out of the blue, I wake up and I see Miss Olympia, Natalia Coelho is there. First reaction when you saw the name?
To tell you the truth, I didn't, think I didn't think, she would do a show this soon in the season. But I mean, kudos to her if she wants, to compete. I mean, it's bodybuilding after all. May the best woman win. We all want that qualification. And personally, I mean, I've competed with her twice. times now at the Olympia. So this is gonna be my fourth time. So hey, I always say it's not over till it's over. Always go for it.
So you weren't like, but was it a little bit of like, because you probably, you know, when you are the super favorite and you made all these improvements and you're the only Olympia girl and people were celebrating the victory. Well, you never know in bodybuilding, but we were celebrating, let's get this win. And out of the blue, she comes up. It has to be a little bit like, oh.
To tell you the truth, I did not even know because I woke up in the middle of the night because night shifter. I wake up about like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning for no reason at all. And then I saw my inbox, and then people were like, "Did you see the lineup? Did you see the lineup?" And then I'm like, "Oh, she's in it." And then I kind of like, I thought to myself, well, I can't really say the word, like, darn. And then I went back to sleep, and then I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? Like, just bring the best package you have. That's it. Go in there, present your line. You know, don't mess up. This is once in a lifetime shot. I mean, you're going against the best here.
And most likely you're going to be put right into the middle or beside of her. Have you made the improvements you believe? Because I remember you were third, she was second, wasn't it, at the show in 2021?
Yes, 2020. In 21, I was second to her at my debut.
And that was second in your debut. Yes. Have you made the improvements now to finally to challenge? You have challenged her. You were second in your debut. Have you made the improvements to be able to beat her this time?
When I sent my pictures to Sandy after the Olympia for the review, and she sent me, you know, she compared with Natalia, and then she showed me where I needed to improve. Then dancer back, deeper lines in the hemis, and that was about it. She didn't talk about adding size or anything like that, but I guess, if you want to be like, tighter, and then, with deeper lines, it's a given, size has to come with it, but we didn't put on too much size, just a bit, and then we worked on that, back density, and then those, hamstring glute lines. Yeah.
Because women's physique is not it's not Andrea Shaw women's bodybuilding here. You need tiny waist. Well, Andrea Shaw also has that, but you need full muscle bellies, hams, glutes, tie-ins, feminine, like a little bit more petite package. Is this women's physique to you?
Yes, absolutely it is. For me, I believe like the over what did I say? What can I say? The more shredded or the more grainy you are, it's like it's going into another division. Women's physique should be like you say, more full and like nice shape and symmetry, and with some visible cuts, but not too striated or shredded, like, if you know what I mean.
And that's according to the rule book.
Yes. But then again, we've seen people with striated, glutes and winning. So that's why I say you never know what the judges are gonna pick that day. Just show up with your best, and hey, you might be the flavor of the day.
We're super excited to have you back. If you remember back when we interviewed the first time, people weren't so sure who you were, but now everyone's like, yeah, she's great. We see you do guest posing in these crazy outfits. Do you feel the love more now from people?
Oh my gosh, yes. To tell you the truth, I was not like expecting starting the season guest posing, like literally 3 weeks ago, and then last week. And then here I am competing, and then I'm going straight again to defend my title. So it's like, wow. I've been a busy girl the past couple of weeks, and all that working full time. It's like, it's tough, but it's doable.
I think for people, we obviously, whatever people do to make money, that's up to them, and we respect everyone. But to work at the hospital for 8 hours and be able, because for people at home, it is a little bit different to just do modeling or this type of things, and it's not bad. I'm just saying it doesn't take as much daily commitment as 8 hours in the hospital and still be able to come shredded, crazy physique. It's unbelievable, and I think people really respect you even more for that part, and you showing people that it can be done.
Yes, and that's why I was saying, you know, like I had like, and I really appreciate my work for it because they support me. I was actually on the schedule until last Sunday, and my manager was like, "Were you thinking right when you put your schedule in? Because you have a competition coming, right?" So they took me off.
Oh, really?
So yeah, because you know when I'm about to compete, they can see my demeanor change. I'm like kind of like tired, and like 12, 13 hours night shift, you know, in the ICU, it can take a toll on you. So they're like, you know, whenever we are kind of overstaffed, they call me and ask me if I want the night off. So that helps. And the funny part is like every time you make gains, you go work one shift, the next morning all the gains are gone because like the water is cooling down, and you're like, ugh. And then it takes 2 days to recuperate. But you know, we made it through.
Hopefully you can win this Olympia and maybe get change occupation for a little bit. That would be something.
I know, right? Like that will be something. And I mean, I've had like a lot of people coming to me, and you know, like we've talked about like being more active on social media, and then I'm like, I would love to, but it's just that, you know, having a full time, like I don't really have that kind of time, because when I get off work, I go straight to workout till like maybe 10 in an hour training, then I do my cardio right after, then I go home and sleep to repeat the cycle. So I'm like, and when I'm off, I just like sleep the whole day because you're so exhausted and delirious, you don't even know what day it is. So eventually I would like to be like more active, you know, showing more of my workouts and stuff like that. You know, that's something I'm looking at for the near future.
Good luck this Friday, 3 p.m. Pittsburgh time is the prejudging for, I think it's for men's physique or bikini. You girls are the third in line.
I believe it's men's physique, then women's physique.
Okay, and the link, the stream is out, guys. Only $20. It's well worth it, and we're gonna get the prejudging and the finals later. And Mimi, you're looking rejuvenated. Your muscles are up. Your face is looking healthy and lean, and you're smiling. And good luck for tomorrow, Friday.
Thank you so much for having me, AJ.
Bye-bye.